You've watched porn this week, maybe yesterday, maybe this morning. And honestly, it's probably become part of the routine. Something you do when you're bored, when you want to get off quickly, when you just want to feel something for 5 minutes. No big deal, you think, just something you do. And I'm not here to judge you for it. I want to say that first and mean it, because the number of men over 60 who watch porn regularly would genuinely shock you. Married men, men in good relationships, men who go to church on Sunday, retired men, working men, all kinds of men. So you are not weird. You are not some outlier. You are incredibly normal. But here's the question you guys don't ask. Do you have any idea what it is actually doing to you? To your erections, to your sex life, to your marriage or your relationship, to how isolated you've been feeling, to your health, to the man you are when you walk out of the room after? Because the damage is real, and it is specific. And the reason most men never connect it to porn is that it creeps in so slowly, so quietly, that by the time something is clearly wrong, the last thing on earth he would think to blame is something he's been doing alone on a screen for years. This video is not a lecture. It is not me telling you to stop. It is me showing you exactly what is happening inside you, in your body, your desire, your relationship, your head, so that you can look at it clearly and decide for yourself what you want to do with that information. That is all this is. Stay with me. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Valerie Hayes, and every week on this channel I have the honest, direct conversations about sex and intimacy for men over 50 that most people are too uncomfortable to have. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and join the community. I share lots of insights that help you improve your sex life after 60. And yes, I have a newsletter too where I go raw, unfiltered, and uncensored in what I say. You know, this platform will not allow me to go as real as I may want. So do join the newsletter. It's free, and the link will be in the description area in the comments section. So let's start with desire, because this is the first thing porn quietly kills in older men, and most men don't even notice it going. At some point, and you may recognize this, sex with a real woman started feeling like more work than it used to. You still love her. You're still attracted to her. But the drive to actually pursue it, to initiate, to reach for her, that's gotten quieter. Some evenings you could take it or leave it. Some weeks you leave it entirely. Meanwhile, jerking off to porn takes 5 minutes and requires nothing from you. No effort, no performance, no complexity. Just open the laptop or phone, get what you need, close it, move on. And over time, without you making any conscious decision about it, your brain starts choosing the easy option. Every time you satisfy that urge alone on a screen, you are training your brain that this is how sexual need gets met. Quick, easy, visual. No real person required. So the real person, your wife, your partner, the woman in your life, starts to register in your brain as the harder option. And desire, which is supposed to move toward her, gets quieter and quieter until you're not sure when you last genuinely, spontaneously wanted her. She notices. She doesn't say anything, but she notices. She starts wondering if she's still attractive to you, if her body at her age is doing it for you anymore. She pulls back slightly, gets a little cooler, a little more distant, and neither of you knows why the relationship has gotten slightly colder, slightly more roommate-ish, when nothing specific has gone wrong between you. Something has gone wrong, you just can't see where it started. Now let's talk about what's happening in the bedroom. You see, a lot of men over 60 are dealing with erection problems they cannot explain. They've been to the doctor, they've heard about blood flow and testosterone, maybe they've tried medication, and nothing fully fixes it because nobody identified the actual cause. Here is what is actually happening. When you watch porn regularly, your body learns to get hard for that. Specifically that, the visual hit, the novelty, the particular kind of stimulation that a screen provides, that becomes the default, the thing your system is tuned to. And then you're in bed with a real woman, and your body is waiting for the signal it knows, and it doesn't come, because she is real and warm and present and human, and that is just not the same signal. So nothing happens, or it starts and then goes, or it works sometimes and not others, and you can never predict which it will be. And the shame of that, lying there unable to understand your own body, creates anxiety, and anxiety kills erections faster than anything else. So now you've got the conditioning problem and the anxiety problem running at the same time, feeding each other, and every intimate encounter becomes something you approach with dread instead of desire. You start avoiding it, making excuses, going to bed after her so the question doesn't come up, and she is lying there in the dark, concluding that you don't want her anymore. That is what regular porn use does to the bedroom of a man over 60. And it has nothing to do with how old you are or whether your body's broken. It is a conditioning problem, and conditioning can be undone. Now here's the part most people don't talk about, and I think it might be the most important, because what porn does to a man over 60 doesn't stay in the bedroom. It spreads outward into his whole life. Ask yourself honestly, are you as socially engaged as you used to be? As motivated to spend real time with real people? Or have you gotten quieter about it? More comfortable just staying home? Less interested in putting energy into friendships, family, conversations that require something from you? Most men chalk this up to getting older, to being past the age where you need a busy social life, to just being more of an introvert these days. But what is actually happening is simpler and more specific than that. Your brain has learned to get its hits from a screen. Dopamine, connection, stimulation, all available without leaving the house, without dealing with another person's complexity, without giving anything of yourself. And real human connection, which is messy and effortful and requires actual presence, starts to feel heavy compared to that. So you withdraw, gradually, a little less likely to reach out, a little more comfortable with the silence, a little less invested in the relationships that require you to show up. And over months and years, this turns into a loneliness that is hard to name because on the surface, everything looks fine. You're not depressed, you're not suffering in any visible way, you're just dimmer than you used to be, less alive in a way you couldn't put your finger on if someone asked you. The worst part is that most men in this place feel like this is just who they are now, who they've become. They don't know something took them there. Now here's what happens when you stop. Men over 60 who step away from porn for 60 to 90 days, genuinely step away, not white-knuckling it, but actually choosing real life over the screen, describe specific things coming back. Desire for real sex returns, the actual want of a real woman, the urge to reach for her, touch her, be close to her. Men describe it as something switching back on that they'd forgotten was ever on. Erections start working again in the bedroom because the conditioning reverses. the real woman starts registering as the thing that turns him on, the way she always was supposed to before the screen rewrote that. And the flatness lifts, the slight withdrawal from life, from people, from real engagement with the world. It starts to reverse. Things feel like more again. People feel like more. He feels like more. One man I worked with from Houston came back after 60 days and said, "I didn't know how numb I was. I thought that was just me getting older. And then things started coming back and I realized I'd been half dead for years. Half dead for years. And he thought it was just age. That's the thing about this. The damage is quiet enough that most men accept it as inevitable. They never know what they lost because they never got the information to connect it to what caused it. You have that information now. What you do with it is entirely up to you. I meant that at the beginning and I mean it now. This video is not here to tell you how to live. But I will say this. Men over 60 who are fully alive, fully present, fully desirous, fully connected to the people around them, are not rare because age makes that impossible. They're rare because something quietly took it from most men and nobody told them what it was. Now you know. And about my weekly newsletter where I go raw, explicit, and uncensored, the link is in the description and the comment section. There, I talk about sex and intimacy for men over 60 in the way you want to hear them. Platforms like this don't allow me to say things as they are, but the newsletter does. It's free and you'll love it. And drop a comment below. Did something in today's video connect something you've been living with but never understood? You don't have to share details. Just tell me it landed. I'll see you next week. Take good care.